Good morning, Pride of Portchester. This next video deals with writing in the beats for rhythms that you're unsure about. Remember, the eventual goal is to be able to sight read through any rhythm, but if you can't figure one out right away, there's nothing wrong with stopping, analyzing it, and trying to figure out where the notes begin. There's three parts to a note like we talked about. The first is the attack, the second is the sustain or the body of the note, and the third is the release. When you're writing in beats, the only part of the note that you're dealing with is the attack. So we're not dealing with the release point or the body, just the attack. We're going to start with something really easy. This is pretty obvious, but there's a reason we're doing this so that we can get to this one easier. Rhythm number one, these are all in 4/4 time, and we're only dealing with the attack of the note. This one begins on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and each time I'll demonstrate. This is pretty obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could have subdivided this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can see that the and kind of represents the body of this note. The release of this note is actually on 2. So this is for the first quarter note, the attack, the body, the release. Okay? Notice this guy over here. All right, we're going to deal with him in the next one. So for the next example, we dotted this note, which makes it longer, and that's going to be pushing this next note off from here to here. So this longer note is going to contain a longer body. The attack, the body, and the release is now on the and where this next note is attacked. Okay, the next part is the same, 3, 4. So it's getting a little bit more complicated here. So this one's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now we're getting into a little bit more harder territory. So obviously this begins on 1 because it's the first thing in the measure. And remember, if that was a rest, then that rest would begin on beat 1. So this is the same thing, so it still contains 1 and 2. This is what the first note contains. The attack of the next thing will be the and again, but I changed it to 16th notes, so now I have to subdivide 16th notes. This is kind of the same as that. Make sure you're using previous knowledge or previous or easier subdivisions to try to figure out harder subdivisions here. This is 16th notes, so we have to use 2 and a. And if that was and, then this is and This part changed. This is still going to be on 3, except it's an 8th note, which means that this is going to be an and. But this is a longer note, so that's and 4 and. Notice that all the dotted quarter notes contain 3 8th note subdivisions. Okay? So it would go like this. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. All right, the last one I'm going to leave to you. I'd like to see if anyone can submit the answer to this if you want. If you could figure out this rhythm, I'll take a photo of it and I'll post it. See if you can figure out the subdivisions for this one. Obviously, you'd need to use some 16th note subdivisions over here on this end. And ooh, looks like there's a little mistake here. This has to have a 16th note bracket. All right, so have at it. See if you can perform it or write it down. You're welcome to post it on the Google Classroom. And I hope to hear from some of you guys today. All right, have a good day.